Today we're going to be making this classic French dip sandwich, and that's on Camp Cooking with the Henna Bears. Hi, I'm Dave from the Henna Bears, and today we're going to be making the classic French dip sandwich. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start off with a nice hot pan. Now everything's going to be done in one pan, so it's going to make it super easy and also easy to do if you're out in the caravan and you have very limited space. So first of all, we're going to just brown the rolls slightly, just give them a little bit of colour. Now traditionally they're made in a hoagie roll, but any kind of dense bread roll, something that's not going to absorb all the juices too much. And I couldn't find hoagie rolls in this country, so we're using a cheese-topped ciabatta that I found at Asda. And so we're just giving this a little brown in the pan, just to give it a little crispy coating. Now, you can find this sort of sandwich all over America. Arby's is famous for one of the big chains. And it is absolutely delicious. I remember my mum, whenever she came to visit me in the States, would always have a French dip sandwich when we went out. So there we go, we just got a little bit of colour on it. It's just going to stop a lot of the juices being absorbed into the bread. Down there. Right, and now into this pan, we're going to add just a little bit of butter. Let's turn it down slightly. And our onions. I've got one onion that I've sliced up, and let's put that down. I'm just going to fry up the onions until they start getting a bit of colour and going nice and caramelly. There we go. So let's leave that cooking for a minute. Now, let me just do some stuff to the bread while we're here. I'm just going to put on our top side. You can use horseradish sauce. What I've actually made here is a mayonnaise with some wasabi in. Now, we discovered this when we were in Spain and we couldn't get hold of any horseradish sauce, horseradish dressing, so we took a little bit of wasabi and mixed it with mayonnaise. Wasabi is great because if you buy sushi at a lot of the stores, you always get a little sachet of wasabi in, and most of the time we just throw it away. So keep it and pop it in your refrigerator and you can use it in this. So there we go. I think I turned it down too much. There we go. So they're all starting to soften. Now I do have the grill on. And you'll see why in a few minutes. Tap tap. Right, now when the onions have started to go soft, I'm going to add to this about half a teaspoon of tomato paste. And a little bit of seasonings. This is my usual seasoning mix, which is a mixture of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and celery salt. And you can use that on just about anything. I put it on roast potatoes and they come out beautifully. There we go. Now they're starting to soften. Now to this, I'm going to add about a pint of beef stock. I've just used a regular stock cube to make the beef stock. There we go, and we're now going to just let that bubble and bring it up to a simmer. And this is going to make a beautiful jus for dipping our sandwich in. So there we go, let's come up to a boil. Now the beef I'm using, traditionally it would be thin slices of a beef joint, but who has the time to make a beef joint just to make a sandwich? So I brought this top side of beef slices from Asda, and once this comes up to heat, which is going to happen anytime soon, as soon as it starts to bubble, I'm going to pop these slices into the jus to start warming through. They won't take long. You just get a really nice warm roast beef, and it also, doing this way, it's also going to add a lot of flavour into the jus. Right, so let's start putting a sandwich together. Let me take the roast beef first of all. And let's just take some of our onions out on top. And now on top of that, we're going to add some slices. I use a Swiss cheese, which is a traditional. This is an Emmental that again comes from Asda, already sliced. Let's put an extra bit on there and an extra bit on there. And now we're just going to pop it under the grill just to melt the cheese. So let's pop that in there. It won't take very long at all. And while we're doing that, let's get our plates ready. Just going to take our warm jus and pour it into a jug. Oops. Watch me make a mess. And this I'm going to pour into a ramekin to serve on the side with our hot sandwich. Let's just check on this. And there we go. So there we are, one quick and easy French dip sandwich. If you like what you see, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell down in the corner of the screen. And we'll see you next time on Camp Cooking with the Hannah Bears. Ooh. Gorgeous. Okay, go now. You can go.